Per suggestion, we're going to be doing some logo ratings on the channel, and today we have our first logo rating ever, and it's the General Motors redesign. So the General Motors logo, I'm ready to critique it. I hope you're ready to learn something about logo design. Let's get into the video. Today we are looking at the General Motors logo, and they actually just redesigned their logo and rolled out this rebrand, I think like January 11th of 2021. So this is a brand new logo. All right, let's look at this logo for General Motors, and oof. That's about all I can say about this. Wow. Okay, so can somebody please wake up General Motors? Wake up General Motors. Wake up General Motors. You've been sleeping for the last 2 decades? This logo looks outdated already. This looks like something I would see on the iPhone 3. This is an early 2000s logo. What makes it look like that? Well, I'm glad you asked. First of all, it's the gradient, and the gradient is supposed to symbolize like their commitment to clean energy and the blue skies and all that stuff, but this is not the way you want to do a gradient. The way that this gradient transitions almost appears like a shadow and a highlight, making it look three-dimensional. 3D logos are not in right now. Everyone's moving to flat icons, and in fact, this is a flat icon, but they gave it a 3D appearance with the gradient. They almost made a flat icon, and then they were like, oh wait, we need it to be three-dimensional. Let's make it three-dimensional by adding a gradient. So while the symbolism of having like this clean skies and everything is fine, the gradient is just poorly executed. On top of that, there's supposedly a negative space electric plug in this logo somewhere, but I did not even know that until I read it. It's supposed to be in the M. Apparently there's supposed to be like an electric plug, but that is probably the worst use of negative space I have seen in a modern logo in the last 3 years. And if you want to learn how to use negative space in your logos, I do have a video for that. I will link it right there, so you can go check that out afterward. But this negative space, not good. Now, aside from this logo looking like something I would find on my parents' Windows XP computer, I have a couple other problems with it as well. First of all, it looks like a "you copied my homework" logo. It looks like General Motors went to Adobe and they were like, ding dong, hey Adobe, can you please give us all of your application icons for Adobe Photoshop for the last 10 years? And Adobe said, yeah, sure, General Motors, here's all our old application icons, but don't use our old applications. You gotta change them up and make them look like your own. And they were like, okay. And so then they went to Goodwill and they were like, hey Goodwill, you mind if we steal your G? And Goodwill was like, yeah, sure, here's our G. And then General Motors was just like, yeah, bingo, got it, new logo. Wait a minute, this just reminded me, I think I can make a new logo for Goodwill. Hey Goodwill, what do you think of my redesign? And the last thing that is just broken with this logo is emphasis. Emphasis, people. We've talked about this before on the channel. If you're gonna underline something in a logo, you are automatically bringing emphasis to that aspect of the logo. In this case, we are emphasizing the M in General Motors. Now, GM's old logo was underlined completely, so it just kind of underlined General Motors, but now we've just underlined the M, which means we are no longer General Motors, we are now General Motors! And I don't think Motors is anything to be emphasizing in this logo, so why do we have an underline under the M? Well, I'll tell you why. It's because the designer didn't know what they were doing, and so they just underlined the M to keep consistency and balance within the logo, because they thought that not having an underline under the M would somehow make this logo feel imbalanced. Now, they should have come up with a better solution for the logo in the first place so that they didn't have to rely on using an underline under the M to make this logo mark work. So this logo is just no good. I don't like the redesign. I think that they needed a new logo. Their old brand was really outdated, but this is not the way to do it. So here we go, rating time. I give this logo a 1.3 out of 10. 1.3 out of 10, that's my rating on the General Motors logo. It's not good. So if anyone from General Motors wants to hit me up, I will design you something much better and we can rebrand your rebrand. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and drop me a like and subscribe to my YouTube channel because we have a lot of videos about logo design, branding, and creativity, and more logo critiques to come. And if you want to see a logo critiqued on the channel, go ahead and drop me a comment. Let me know what logo you want to see me do next. Alright, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.